About time for another Coach Life, huh? So, we got in trouble yesterday, right? Oh, there we go. Some students and I, we were on the grassy knoll, which is, you can't see it, but it's a beautiful little area after the bush. It's grass, soft grass. It's just beautiful. So we was out there. The students had to take MCAS yesterday, which is standardized test, life-sucking, soul-sucking stuff. So anyways, what's going on? We got a little, looking crazy. Looking cray-cray. Whatever. So, students had the MCAS, but when they were finished, I had some of them, I was supervising them outside, and then some of them asked if they could go to the grassy knoll, which is like, I can't really see it from where we were outside. And I was like, I don't want to do that. It was my first time actually chilling on the grassy knoll. Who knew? But anyways, I was like, I don't want to do that. Sounds like a lot. I can't watch you and watch the other students at the same time. So they asked another teacher. The other teacher said they would stay where I was and I could go to the grassy knoll with this small group of students. So boom, we go to the grassy knoll and it's like, come on. It's like the Garden of Eden. It's heaven. Students go grab a blanket. Another student goes and grabs lemon balm and like sprinkles us with lemon balm. It was amazing. Everybody took their shoes off, grounded, bare feet in the dirt, in the grass. It was beautiful. So they really got to just relax, and some of them were playing and doing cartwheels, and you know, these are pretty grown middle school students. It's not like these are 8th graders. So it was very therapeutic, and I made sure everybody touched the earth and, you know, grounded. So anyways, we're chilling. We lose track of time. Not that I even knew that there was a regular schedule, because they just did standardized testing. So I figured, you know, we're good, but until lunch. But a teacher comes out and they're like, does anyone think it's weird that it's all quiet and you're just here chilling? And we were like, we had no clue what they were even talking about. And then they're like, you're 15 minutes late for class. So I tried to like tell the students they could just blame me, like my bad. Like I tried to, you know, but also I wasn't stressing it because so long story short, I didn't know why that was so important of a moment. And I really liked the teacher who we got in trouble with. And it was really only like 2 students who were missing from the class, and they would work. It was very inconsequential. But let me get a little sunlight action. Or not. Well, it was inconsequential, but for some reason it was moving things around. And I said, all right, let's see what's happening here. And you know, as the day moved on, I just felt more and more detachment from there are a lot of different realities at play right now. A new study revealed 11% of Twitter users are fake. 11%. The numbers are even higher in terms of websites, and it's actually, they're bot farms. So there's so many fake accounts with so much activity, because a normal person would say, okay, I'm just going to post once every week. It's not healthy for me. A normal person uses social media sparingly, but a robot, so it's not just that it's 11% accounts are fake, it's that the activity, and this isn't just easy to spot bot activity. This is really misleading You know, it's like getting catfished, basically. So there's so many different realities at play right now that so many people are getting lost, and that only is compounded when you deal with the rate of change. So in the 50s to the 60s, the rate of change was like, whoa, this thing is turning supersonic. Really, it was nothing. I'm recording this on a device that has more computing ability than what they use to put a spaceship on the moon. It fits in my pocket. The power of that every moment, every day. So the rate of change, exponential. The reason I told the story about us getting in trouble yesterday is because it stirred up some things that I couldn't understand it, but I could feel it. And I was like, well, here we are, you know. I had to sit down this weekend. I had to experience these weird moments, and this is another one. And sure enough, I get home, I rest, play chess. My OG Faith pulling up right now. And I see a gunman. Well, you call a teenager a gunman, I guess, but an 18-year-old killed a bunch of people in Texas, a bunch of students and a teacher. And then I'm processing it at my level because I still haven't recovered from the Tops massacre, which, oddly enough, everyone covered the George Floyd, everyone rallied, and the Tops massacre was 10x, 11x. And I haven't heard a word, not from leadership, the few people that I talked to, literally the few people that I talked to, we've talked about it. But interesting, as Kane calls it, push button politics. But anyways, with this recent massacre, I see people gathering their energy again to be in protest mode or empathy mode. And I can already see how fractured the realities are becoming. So there's going to be a camp of people who say policy and change over empathy and whatever, right? So that's going to be their social media stance. It's going to be a generic meme that everyone posts to display that they're disgusted that everyone has guns in the United States. As if that's the problem. Now, don't get me wrong, I think it is an issue. But we are dealing with a mental health crisis. A person who commits this act will commit the equivalent no matter what the device. Now, granted, it would be harder, but you got to understand something. A barrier to entry is a significant deterrent, but not for someone who is impassioned. So to be at this level, that means there's such a disconnect with society. And this is what I'm talking about. The rate of change. 11% of Twitter is fake. These aren't just stock dormant accounts. These are very active, like catfishing energies. So if you are any kind of radicalized, you're going to meet your twin. Except it's not even a real person. It's someone trying to get you to go all the way over to the dark side. So our technology has devolved. Our technology, not even the word technology has been hijacked. I have to clarify. When I say technology, I mean our technology. Our connection with the magic that is creation. It's devolved momentarily to actually perceive this moment. here we have a scenario where in the middle of a pandemic, we have massacres and protests and stifled protests and not a pandemic, but kind of a pandemic, and another one popping up, and mass shootings on across socioeconomic spectrum, so that even if we protested, we would know exactly what we're protesting, and many wars and full-blown wars and mental health crisis and an ignorance and an apathy, which may or may not be its own mental health crisis, and people being burnt out, and the dollar being devalued to inflation status, and economists pretending it's not inflation, and the list goes on. The change is dynamic and the rate of change is exponential. We make fun of faith. It's comical. You have faith? Well, guess what? The only way to see through this thing, you see, everything that you stand on that's not true, it crumbles. Truth is what you see when your eyes are closed. That's truth. All those textbooks, all those words, all that curriculum, those are opinions. Look at the textbooks from 20 years ago. Are those truths still remaining evident? Are we not standing on the ground of stolen land and labor? Are we standing in the truth of that? So if we need a thumbnail for this thing, I would say rate of change, faith, continued empathy. Don't feel just because you've seen something before that you can't feel. But make sure you feel and remember what you did. So I send prayer and love to all the folks that are suffering through these moments. But I'm also sending a big blast of sunshine and optimism and support, because although our reality seems like a little, it's almost suffocated by all the news cycles and the opinions and the unelected leaders or elected leaders who really shouldn't be saying anything. Should just be quiet and let the real people talk. But although our reality right now, it seems like it's almost like we're hiding out and we're muted by the noise of everyone wanting to just, our time is here. And it's just a matter of actually letting it unfold properly. It is an unfoldment. All right, Coach Life.